So they are doing X's on both sides. Remember to finish your Alex by Sunday. And because of the weird absences this week with the Avid field trip and my field trip yesterday, we're going to have a quiz on Monday instead of like today. So we're going to have a quiz on Monday. What's going to be on the quiz? Basically, can you do this? Let's say, I don't know, 70. And then can you do this?
Yes. That's easy. Light work, no reaction.
Right? Can you do that? Like just solving equations, basically. Okay? And so if you can do that, that's on the quiz on Monday. It might be the last quiz I give you before your grades are due on Monday. Okay? All right. So that's being recorded. So today we're going to learn on X's on both sides. So everybody write the date. 12/6/24. X's on both sides. X's on both sides. Okay, so let me write down the problem. Thank you, everybody, for writing this down. Preparing for our test on Monday. What's different about this problem that you're writing down in like other problems? Dylan, I saw your hand.
One answer, like one number, it's two numbers.
Okay, does anybody want to add to that?
There's like two numbers on there's one number on one side, there's another number on the other side.
Okay, so like we got kind of, I understand what you're saying, like two numbers and two numbers. Usually there's just one number. What else?
That there's like two X's, so you can like do something with those two X's or combine them.
Combine them. Yeah, so we have X's here and X's here. Combine them. Okay, I like that. What else do you notice? What else do you notice? So, Mel, there are two X's, but there's something also super special about these two X's. Their location. What's different about their location?
That one is in the other side of the equal sign and one is in the other side.
Yeah, so you have X's on both sides of the equal sign. We haven't done that. Yesterday with the sub and Wednesday with me, the X's were all on one side and we added them, we combined them. Here we have X's on here and here, Tiffany, so we're going to focus and I'm going to ask you, I want you to take the X's and put them together, combine them. And put them together and combine them and keep them together. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take the 7X and move it here, or take the 3X and move it over here. Okay, so either we're going to go red or we're going to do blue. We're going to take the 7X and move it to the other side to combine it, or we're going to move the 3X to the other side to combine it. Take a wild guess. What do you think we're moving? The 3 or the 7?
The 3.
Okay, you're correct on your guess. Why do you think 3? Now, you could move the 7. It makes a harder problem, though. Why do you think 3 makes it better?
So the equal sign has 50.
Okay.
So 50 could slide over to the equal sign.
So 50 could be just by itself. Okay. Why else is 3 better to move?
Because it's a smaller number.
Bingo. Because it's a smaller number. So I would like you to move the X with the smallest number. Okay? X is with the smallest number. So sometimes you're going to go red on this side and sometimes you're going to go this way. So sometimes you go this way and sometimes you go that way. Okay. But what you need to know is which one do I move in the smallest number? Could you move the 7? Yes. But you end up with a negative number and no one wants to deal with that. Okay. All right. So I'm going to take the 3X and move it together to the other side. How would I do that mathematically?
You add a 7.
You add a 7 like that. You add a 7.
Distribute is with parentheses.
Oh, yeah.
I need to move this group to this side. And I want it over here, I want it to eliminate, to disappear. Alex?
7x plus 3x and then 20 plus 50.
jumping ahead. But, okay, so Alex said 7x plus what?
3x.
Okay, so he said plus 3x, right?
Just minus.
So what would I do on this side?
Oh.
I would add 3x, right? Because I gotta do the same thing. Now, what's 3x plus 3x?
6x.
So did I fix my problem or did I create a bigger problem now?
Bigger.
I create a bigger one, right? So do I really want to do this? No. What do I really want to do?
Minus.
Minus. Now, why do I want to minus a 3x?
Because it's the positive of addition.
Yes. And then what do I get when I do 3x minus 3x? What do I get?
0x. X. 0x.
0. 0x, which is just 0. Isn't the whole point of one side just to get 0, to eliminate everything? So 3x minus 3x. So in order to make this 0, I'm going to do a minus. So 3x minus 3x. Over here, 7x minus 3x. So whatever I do on one side, I have to do the other side. But like Alex in my paper over here, if I add it, I get a bigger problem. If I subtract it, I get a 0, and I like zeros. So what's left on this side over here where my finger's at?
0.
0 plus 50. What's 0 plus 50?
50.
So all I'm left with here is 50, which makes me happy because I'm making the problem smaller.
The same with the other side, right?
The other side, we got to do some math. What's 7x
4.
minus 3x?
4x.
Plus,
20.
so we bring that down. Okay.
It's weird, but like it's easy at the same time.
Yeah, it's easy in the same because it makes sense to you. Like, oh, this makes sense because we're doing a 0 here. Okay, now this is a regular 7th grade problem that we've been doing before Thanksgiving. This problem you should be able to solve because we've been doing it before Thanksgiving. This is the only new part. This right here is the only new part. All right, what do I move first?
Isn't it a funky number?
Hmm?
Isn't it like a weird number?
Oh, it is a weird number.
It's 30 over.
I know. I was supposed to change that to a 52, and I forgot. It's okay. So what do I do next?
20 plus 50.
No.
Subtract 20.
We want 0 here, Alex. If you say,
subtract 20.
yes, again, Alex, if you say 20, do I get 0 here?
No.
No. And I'm writing it down so you see it. You understand your mistakes.
30. For 50.
So, Alex, are you writing down the work?
Yeah.
Write down the work. Remember, I grade the work. What's 50 minus 20?
30.
30 equals 4x. Now, what's my last step?
Divide.
Divide by 4.
4.
So you can't do it. So remember, like the video and Wednesday, you're just going to leave it like that, right? In high school, your math teacher wants you to leave it as an improper fraction. They really don't really want you to go into decimals in high school.
Okay, but yeah, I got it right.
Good job. All right. Yes, I know it's 7.5 if we went all the way down. All right. So let's do one that's not weird. Yes.
Now because it's in the other side, do we do the other side or do we do it the same way?
Well, you have x's on both sides, right? So the first thing you got to ask yourself when you look at the problem, I got to move the x first. I want to move the bigger x or the smaller x?
Big or the smallest?
Smaller x. So which one has a smaller
3.
number?
3.
3. So that means that I want to move this 3x to
Down.
this side. So I want this to be 0 right here. So what do I do to 3x to make it a 0?
Minus.
Minus 3x. So I'm going to do a minus 3x, a minus 3x.
2x. 0x.
So 3x minus 3x is 0. So what do I left on this side?
12.
Just 12. This is a plus sign, so we can ignore it. If it was a minus sign, we couldn't ignore it. What's 5x minus 3x? 2x plus 4. We bring this down. Okay. Now, your goal, Tadeo, is to get x by itself. This x. What do I do next? Minus 4. I want this to be a 0, so I minus 4.
8 equals 2x.
Okay, stop right there. Thank you for telling me 8 equals 2x. Perfect, perfect. So we have one more step. What's our last step? Divide by 2.
4.
X equals 4. Now, do you see that's on the other side? Is that okay? That I wrote 4 equals x? Yes, it is. So sometimes the x lands on this side, and that's perfectly fine. The math is still the same. Like, you want to start with the smallest number. Okay, I'm going to start with the smallest number. You move it together. You move it together. So, yeah. This is what happens when x's are on both sides. X's are on both sides. All right. See how far you can get ahead of me while I go drink some water. H2O. So, write it down, and let's see how far you can get. Okay, what'd you guys do first?
5 minus 15. X. 15x minus 5x.
Yeah, so you're going to subtract 5x on both sides.
And 10x.
So on this side, what am I left with on the right side? 120 equals, what's left on this side?
50.
Yes? What else?
10x.
Plus. Then you do that math, right? You get 10x when you do the math. All right, what number do I move next? 50. How do I move it? Minus. So I'm going to do minus 50, minus 50. Why do I minus? Because I want this to be 0. Your goal is to get zeros. 50 minus 50 is 0. I am left with 10x equals, what's 120 minus 50? 70. Very good. And what's your...
divided by 10 equals 7.
Yep, so we're in divide by 10. We're in divide by 10. And x equals 7. Good. It is easy. You have been learning how to do this since before Thanksgiving. Again, the only new thing is right here. This is the only new thing today. These problems do just get longer. In high school, there are kids right now doing this. Doing exactly what you're doing. For them, because they're in high school, it's a level 1 question. Like, this is a level 1. For you guys, it might be like a level 5, right? It's a little harder, just a little bit more work, but it's not terribly difficult. So you will be doing these in high school. 100%. Yes? In a minute, don't rush me. I got one more problem to do with you. I feel rushed.
Wait, are we doing the 2 follow-up thing?
For the class who was quiet for the sub and got the last 15 minutes of educational documentary time, yeah. You guys and I'm talking, I was helping, I got up and this and that. Guess we can't leave them by themselves, Miss J. Can't leave them by themselves. And I haven't even checked their work. I'm scared to check the work that they turned in.
I did pretty good.
I did pretty good. I did most of it. I got the front done. I didn't get, and I only got 2 questions from the back.
Okay. I'm scared. I'm a little scared. I'm scared.
Just one day that Miss J was not here. Yeah.
If she was here, I think we would.
If you were here, we could have gotten a movie and two
So you need to be able to do it if we're both out.
movies.
So if I'm out or she's out, we're both out. You should be able to do it. All right, now x plus 10 equals 2x plus 5. Which x do you want to move?
Oh, no, X.
2x.
Yeah.
You should be moving this x.
Oh, sorry.
Because what's invisible?
The one.
The 1. Remember, there's an invisible 1 here. Okay? So how do I move this one? What math do I do?
Minus.
Minus x
0.
minus x. That becomes 0. Do I write the 0? No. It's there. It's just invisible. So I'm left with 10 equals, what's 2x
1x.
minus x?
Just
1x.
that 1x.
But do I need the 1?
No.
So
It was
just
there.
x plus 5.
Then minus 5 to 10.
So, Alex, you write it here, minus 5. And you write it here, minus 5. Whatever work you show on one side, you have to show it on the other.
Wait, that means
So
wait.
5.
Does that mean the answer is 5 equals x?
Oh my god, I'm smart.
Oh my gosh, I'm so smart. I'm so smart.
You can, no, you could divide by 1, because there's an invisible 1, so you could divide by 1. But-
it will still be 1.
Exactly.
That means x is the answer.
That means 5 is your
No,
answer.
I mean 5 is the answer.
Yeah. But it's kind of like, do I really want to divide by 1? No,
It's all that time.
you don't have to. All right. I can't believe it. Can't believe it. Fine, I'll let you do that assignment. Here are the 2 problems that second period did.
That's easy.
Like we're no reaction.
Yes, that's easy.
Good. So these are the 2 problems. Instead of giving you a worksheet, you're going to do these 2 problems in your notebook, and then you're going to take a picture of it. Oh, you want the worksheet? Okay.
Yeah.
I want the worksheet.
Oh, no.
Four.
I'm good.
I love the
Everyone's
worksheet.
getting it because everyone's getting it.
Okay, no. You do this.
Oh.
Yeah, you're all disappointed.
For you, miss. So disappointed.